Hey guys, Chelsea and Leish here.
Hey.
And we want to talk with you guys a little bit about stage presence and the do's and don'ts of that, because stage presence as a worship leader, as worshipers, is one of the most important things. How we kind of conduct ourselves on stage ultimately plays a big role in the overall worship experience. And so we just want to talk with you guys a little bit about a few of the things that have helped us as worship leaders and a few of the things we just learned along the way from other people. We talk a lot about this thing called horizontal and vertical worship. Horizontal worship being songs that we're singing to the people. They're truths about God, but we're singing them over people.
Yeah.
Then there's songs that are vertical and we're singing them to God. So those are the "You are holy, great are you, Lord" kind of songs. It's important that you know what kind of song you're singing so that if it's something about God, you can be singing it to the people. If it's to God, you're singing it to God. And that is a huge part of your eye contact and who you're looking at or where you're looking kind of thing. There's nothing worse than singing like "You are holy, robed in majesty," but like looking at Bob in the front row or whoever it might be. Like that's just, it's awkward. So it's important to know that. So if it's to the people, look at people, make eye contact, find a person, sing to them, change, look at another person, sing to them, like make it known that you are singing these truths to them and like reminding them about who God is. And then if it's to God, you're gonna kind of be looking right over people's heads. You're not like eyes up in the rafters looking up at the lights, but you are kind of keeping your like eyesight just above the people as you sing to God. And that's kind of, I think, what has helped us just kind of decipher between those two different points of like songs and where to look.
Yeah. And then the next one is to know your surroundings. So for us, we like to pick like 4 or 5 different focus points. So it could be the 2 back corners or maybe like in the middle. But those are kind of like where we find ourselves going back to. And then we're also, especially in bigger rooms where it's a little bit wider, we kind of have to tilt our body. So like when we're going to one of these key focus points, we're gonna kind of tilt our body this direction. And then once we're done with a phrase or once we're done with like a verse, right in that chorus or that bridge, we're gonna come right back to center. It kind of like is that like big moment where all of us are kind of singing out. And then on that next verse or whatever it is, we're gonna kind of go back to a different focus point. So we're kind of scanning the room. So it's not just like we're here the whole time and we're leaving out this whole chunk of people. And that might change based on where you're at on the stage. If you're like way over here at the edge of the stage, then it might be a little bit weird to be like right this direction or even like right this direction. So just knowing where you're at and knowing, kind of having those key places to look. And then, to just be on those big moments where everyone is singing, come back to center so that everyone is kind of just in it together. And then, is there anything else?
I think there's another part too of that, like depending on the room you're in, you kind of almost have a section. And within that section, you might even have those turn points, or you might have a bigger radius that you're looking at. But like, at least for us, like when we're on separate sides of the stage, I kind of see it as like, Leish's section is over there and she's gonna like faithfully lead those people and she's gonna be looking at different people and turning and moving, and I'm over on this side, so like I'm gonna take this section rather than like trying to make my section her section, or kind of know your spot and take ownership of like, these are the people that I am leading, and be really pointed in like how you're turning, how you're moving, like stepping away from your mic and then like stepping into those big moments, like Leish was talking about those choruses, those big moments where it gets really declarative. Like sometimes it's nice to kind of almost step off your mic if you're not like leading that moment or whatever, to step off your mic and then like step in when it's time to like really give it like everything you got with the harmony or whatever, background vocals, like step into that so that people kind of know like, oh, something important is about to happen. We're about to sing something really important or do something really important or whatever. Like that kind of helps, I think.
Yeah, and I think the more intentional you are at, like as you're learning to be like kind of a little like more dramatic of I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. As you kind of get comfortable in that, it kind of just becomes natural and it doesn't feel as foreign to kind of move your body a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of what we found. I know for me, like I I have these in the back of my mind, but I'm not like always thinking about,
Yeah.
okay, now it's time to look here, or now it's time to look here. It just kind of comes naturally
The more
as
you do it,
as
yeah.
you do it.
You get more comfortable.
Yeah. So, and then the next step is
The last one.
have fun.
Like seriously,
Yeah.
that is one of the most important parts I think of worship. Like we were talking about earlier, worship is celebrating. Like it's
Right.
joyful. It's
Yeah.
we're singing about who our God is and like what He's done.
Yeah.
For Alicia and I, that looks a lot. There's a lot of moving
We
around.
like to dance a little bit. We like to just like kind of take ownership of our section, of
Yeah.
our stage, and like smile.
Have
This
fun.
is exciting. Like God is exciting. The fact that we get to worship Him is exciting, and like we should look like we're excited to get to do that.
And the more excited and joyful we are about it, and not fake. Like you don't want to be fake about it or like over the top, waving your arms everywhere or whatever. But like the more genuinely excited and joyful we are about it, like the more people are gonna join in with us in that. Like people want to worship when they see like, whoa, they're having a lot of fun and like
Yeah.
there's a lot of joy in that. So like the more we do that on a genuine level, the more people will join in with us.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of fun with worship.
Yeah.
We hope you guys do. And we hope that this is in some way helpful. But if you have more questions about it or ever want to talk with us about what that looks like, what stage presence is, and how to get better at it, we would love to chat. So
Yeah.
email, DM us, whatever works. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.